Under fire, Justin Trudeau continues to give platform to Bharat's foes. Top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that Pakistan diplomats are fueling Khalistan's anti-Bharat rhetoric. Pakistan is the source country or source nation for drug trafficking in Canada. Canadian agencies knew about this and they have flagged this multiple times. Narco trade money is being distributed to K operatives or Khalistani operatives. The ISI in recent years has penetrated deep into the immigration cartel, hiring Indian youth for gangsters and the drug smuggling racket and using them during anti-India protests. That's what intel sources are telling CNN News 18. The drug cartel has also been forcing girls from Punjab into prostitution, business sources added. The penetration of Pakistan in Trudeau's party is very key and important to note, ladies and gentlemen. Bilal Chima is close to them and is operating on behalf of the ISI, which is funding Trudeau. Chima was involved in major thefts of Visa and MasterCards of the Liberal Party and was saved by Sukh Dhaliwal. Whenever Justin Trudeau comes to British Columbia and stays in their homes, that's what sources have added. The International Sikh Federation is at the root of this drug business in Canada. They raised the cadre initially and started this business under the banner of the ISF, with the involvement of gangsters such as the International Sikh Federation, Bindi Johal, Jimmy Dosanjh, gangs of Johal, Dhagdure, Sangera, Malhi Buttar and the Kangs. They feature regularly in these drug seizures, gang wars and other criminal activities. That's what intel sources have further added. Canadian gangs are interested in the cheap import of heroin from Afghanistan and Pakistan and Punjab. They export refined drugs besides cocaine and ice to Punjab, intel sources further added. The Canadian drug trafficking network, according to the cops, extends to the US and India. Illicit drugs are brought into Canada from California and India. The Toronto police on the 23rd of June 2021 arrested 20 people, including 9 of Punjab origin. The police seized more than 1,000 kilograms of cocaine, crystal meth and marijuana being transported between Mexico, California and Canada using modified tractor trailers. The cops stated that recoveries included 444 kilograms of cocaine, 182 kilograms of crystal meth, 427 kilograms of marijuana, 300 oxycodone pills, $966,020 in Canadian currency, 21 vehicles including 5 tractor trailers and 1 firearm. The overall drug haul was nearly $61 million worth, ladies and gentlemen. In Canada, 21% of gangsters who died in gang wars or police operations since 2006 were of Punjabi origin. The ISI is using Khalistani terrorists to smuggle narcotics and provide funds for anti-India activities. Now, Hindol Sen Gupta with us. We should have Ambassador Ashok Sajjan also joining us in a bit. More importantly, Hindol, what comes to the fore is the likes of Gurpatwant Panun attending events at the Pak High Commission in London. Pakistani ISI agents and officials in regular mix with these K gangs. And it's all happening under the watchful eyes of the CSIS and the RCMP.
But who's exactly surprised, Anand? I mean, from the time the Khalistan flag has existed and the Khalistan map has existed, it has been absolutely clear. If we don't know anything about Khalistan, we know one thing. It has been fueled with ISI money from the very beginning. That is why the great kingdom of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Lahore, does not feature in the Khalistani map. But of course, large parts of India, even Gujarat features in it, but not Lahore, only because it has been fueled with ISI. This is deeply infiltrated by the ISI. Of course, the other thing is also true. This has always been fueled with drug money. It is part of the great drug sort of route from Afghanistan onwards through Pakistan via the Punjab to the west. This is a well-known, terrible route of drug trafficking. And it has always been, the Khalistani business has always been trafficked and fueled by drug money, by narcotics money, by cocaine money. And the gang wars, as you were pointing out in Canada, what is those gang wars about? They're gang wars about control of the narcotics, about the cocaine trade. Because from Canada, where does the cocaine trade go? It goes to the world's most lucrative market, America. So this is very, very well known. You know, today we are talking, I'm so glad we are talking a lot about this because of all the, idiotic things that Justin Trudeau has done. But this Panun and all these characters, they are deeply entrenched. Khalistan is only the ideology. Behind the ideology, the cash is cocaine, and we have to recognize that, Anand.
True, and we'll have to do this cartographic exercise soon, and we'll do this here on the right stand to try and expose this entire K gang, because the rule of Punjab, the Punjab, erstwhile Punjab, Dominion and the Punjab rulers, the Sikh rule, extended even into Nepal and into Tibet, today's Tibet. It extended all the way. It also extended into Gilgit-Baltistan. It covered all this entire region. All of that is very safely done away with. It's only land marked in Bharat that makes part of this entire terrorist outfit's K agenda, where they want to cause a referendum. Nankana Sahib, Kartarpur Sahib, like you mentioned, none of that the Sikhs don't want. The birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev they've ignored it altogether. And Punjab region extended all the way not just into Pakistan but also into Afghanistan. That's why there are Sikhs in Afghanistan who also fled during partition. But there were Sikh there too. So those lands are not talked about. Ambassador Ashok Sajanar, why did we allow this all this while? We knew that these elements are being fed and being brought up there in Canada. And there's a narrative brewing since the Kanishk bombings. From then, humko pata hai. Why haven't we acted? Have we just allowed, let these sleeping dogs lie? Have we just tried to look the other way? And now that they've woken up, they're actually biting us hard.
Thank you very much, Anand. I think that is part of the problem. You know, we've been going soft. We've been sort of, looking at issues that have come. You know, the urgent have taken precedence over the important. You know, what we knew has existed, but we have not taken action because, if it was not really creating a problem. But if you permit, Anand, let me also make one more point here.
Ji.
That, while it is very well known that, it is the ISI and Pakistani funding that has been coming, but if the host governments, whether it is in the United States or in Canada, they were aware, they could have taken action against these operatives. But if they have not, that means they have their own interest to serve, they have their own interest to take forward. And in that context, why Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, when he makes these threats against, bombing another Air India airline, and they should not be traveling in that, making threats against the Indian Prime Minister, against all sorts of, senior Indian ministers and officials, going around and creating arson and vandalism and destruction on the San Francisco Consulate General of India. Basically all that because it is, as has been rumored, that Gurpatwant Singh Pannu is a CIA operative. It's a CIA asset, as indeed was Hardeep Singh Nijjar, because he was...
Is it so difficult for us to prove this on a world stage? Ambassador Sahab, I'm interrupting you, but if we know this, why can't we prove this? Do we have photographic evidence? Do we not see Pannu moving around, and he's got these bodyguards who are also traveling with him? Is it so difficult to identify them as FBI agents or CBI, CIA intel operatives? Is it so difficult for us? Why don't we expose them?
No, it was not difficult for us at all, but I think it is like the question of, as far as Pakistan is concerned, 26/11 it happened. We had all the evidence, we had not only the intel, but we have hard evidence, and you prepare dossiers and you present to Pakistan, but they are not willing to take cognizance of that. And they say that the evidence is not good enough. Similarly, as far as, Gurpatwant Singh Pannu is concerned, if it is their asset, which I'm certain it is, whatever evidence that you prepare, whatever evidence that you furnish, of course, it will not be taken at face value. It is not, strong enough.
Sir, हम तो evidence बोल रहे हैं ना, वो तो credible allegations पे हमको बदनाम करने में लगा हुआ है. He's gone to the level to talk about these with credible allegations. If we can prove, let's put out proof, and we'll keep saying the same things what they continue to harp without any ounce of proof. But we have evidence. And we'll keep telling them and we'll keep exposing them. Let's play. Why do we hesitate to play their game? Yes, now we are standing up. Hindol, do you believe that this time around at least we have not backed off? We've given it back in equal measure. Or could we have done more?
No, I think we've done a lot. Could we have done more? You can always do more. But I think within the scope and the context, we have done a lot. I think we have to push back very hard against Canada, and we have done that. We needed to, now's not the time to really push back that hard with America. There's a time and place for everything. And I think, with the evidence that America provided us, we cooperated, and that was the right thing to do. But it was very, very important to nip it in the bud in Canada, which is a source of all this nonsense. And Justin Trudeau's government is an active participant. It is not merely the overarching government. It is an active participant in all of this, including in the, I would argue that including in the propagation of the nefarious Khalistan movement. At least many supporters of Justin Trudeau are certainly part of this, including Jagmeet Singh and so on and so forth. So I think we pushed back really, really hard. And I think that's very important. And I think going forward, we must push back even further. Please remember, because Ambassador Sajjanad is here, I want to make the point. Remember this. Our ambassador was threatened with assassination in Canada. Billboards were put up, putting a bounty to his head. If the IFS and the IAS and the entire bureaucracy and the government still cannot wake up and push back at that juncture, that would have been truly pathetic. Therefore, I'm really proud and happy that, when lines were crossed, a real pushback happened at a very vigorous level, which was the right thing to do.
Right. The final 30 seconds that I have. But Ambassador Sajjanad, can we push harder? Can we not really make them pay? We can always hide behind the veil of plausible deniability. That's another part. We can literally go to and prove to them that हम घुस के मारेंगे बोलते नहीं कर भी सकते हैं. We've not done that so far.
आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं आनंद. मेरे विचार से देखिए, अगर उन्होंने 18 सितंबर 2023 को अगर उनके प्राइम मिनिस्टर gets up in the Canadian Parliament, and he has the chutzpah and the audacity to say that I have credible allegations against India, I think we should have really gone after him in a much stronger way.
Right.
What he did on right now, after they named our High Commissioner as person of interest, I think we should have taken a similar umbrage at that time and sort of, read out the Riot Act to Justin Trudeau. Or, even when he tried to meddle in India's affairs when the
during the farmers' protest
agitation was going on here, farmers' agitation.
I think we gave him too much of a long rope, perhaps.
Absolutely. That's
and we are in agreement. Sir, I've run out of time, but we'll take this conversation forward, especially with the cartographic aspects, and expose them further here on The Right Stand. For the moment, thank you very much for watching, but stay on with us. Brass Tacks with Zakir right now.